ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here for this beautiful Thursday, August 13th. How you doing? Hope you're having an outstanding day. We've got a big show today planned, as my guest is John Spencer. He is the Democratic candidate running for the office of state representative up here in the 109th district, and we're going to talk about all kinds of things today with John over the course of the day. As you are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here in Flora on Channel 100. Same story in Sisney, Jeff, West Salem, Albion, Hartville, Effingham, up at Lake Sarah and Lake Edwards. We appreciate all the new customers that we have up there. And over in Salem, appreciate you tuning in on Channel 99 as we are bringing information to you over there. How you doing today, John?
Doing great.
I'm good to have you on here today. We are going to learn all about John and introduce all you folks to him over the course of the day. But before we do that, let's tell you a little bit about some community events going on throughout the area. There are 2 or 3 things going on locally. I know the quarantine has stopped a lot, but there's still some stuff going on. Down at Fairfield Memorial Hospital today, they're hosting a cancer support group meeting, and that'll be from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock tonight. Now, that's in the Medical Arts Complex Education Room. The meeting is open for anyone affected by cancer, so that means you, or if you're a survivor or maybe a family member has dealt. And speaking of cancer, you are a survivor as well as a family member has dealt with cancer. So you probably you could go to that tomorrow night or tonight, couldn't you?
Yes, I could.
That's exactly right. Also, by the way, that's open to anybody. If you want any information, give them a call at 847-8243. Again, 6 o'clock tonight. Also today, over in Centralia, this will be starting at 10 a.m. this morning. This is free helmet fittings. It's going to be at the SSM Health St. Mary's in Centralia. And what they're doing, did you know that 70 to 80% of fatal bicycle crashes involve head injuries? I didn't know that. Statistics show that bicycle helmets could prevent 4 out of 5 serious head injuries. In an effort to encourage in the bicycle safety, the emergency department staff over there at SSM St. Mary's will be partnering with the Cardinal Glennon folks, the Children's Hospital, to provide free helmet fittings today from 10 a.m. to 2. Parents are invited to bring their children as well as their bicycle helmets just to make sure that everything is fitting correctly. It's a safety fitting. They're also going to be giving away a limited number of free children's helmets while supplies last. That's outstanding. When you're looking for it, drive down Martin Luther King Drive over there in Centralia. Look for the balloons at the entrance and follow them to the bicycle safety site. Please remember also, just like in the first segment or the first thing, the cancer meeting, you're going to want to wear a mask to that. Make sure you do wear a mask and do practice social distance. Speaking of that, I mentioned to John that, yes, we do practice social distancing on this show, don't we, John?
Yeah, yes, we do.
Yeah, we do. John wasn't going to be here otherwise. No, John might have been here. We're going to take care. We're taking care of the guests. We want to make sure nobody gets ill. What else is going on? The Marion County, over in Centralia, Marion County retires teachers. They're having a meeting this afternoon from 11:30 to 12:30. That's going to be at the First United Methodist Church over in Centralia, the August meeting of the Marion County retired teachers. It's in the fellowship hall, by the way, over there at the First United Methodist Church. There is not going to be a meal today, but and members are asked to wear masks. Guest speaker is going to be Judy Sutherland from the Sutherland Garnier Funeral Home over there in Centralia. So if you have time or if you're involved in that, go ahead and get your mask on and go to that. Today, August 13, recognizes left-handers, the National Left-Hander Day, and all those individuals who's mastered using their left hand in a right-handed world. We take our hats off to you left-handers. Approximately 10% of the population are southpaws, and scientists have not figured out why a person develops left-handedness, but it's more likely a child will be left-handed if a parent is a left-hander as well. Parents of left-handed children used to force them to use their right hands. In the eyes of right-handers, the predominant use of the left hand seemed evil, hence the name, there's the sinister side, they call it the left-handers. You right-handed or are you left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
You are right-handed. See, now you're in construction.
Right.
One of the jokes, I used to be in building materials, and one of the jokes that they used to play on people who didn't know what they were talking about is, you have a left-handed hammer.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah, and anybody ask you to go get them a left-handed hammer?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of messing with you a little bit there.
Right. And I know a lot of people that don't know how to use one with their right hand or their left hand.
Right here. That's me. What else? Oh yeah. What else? By the way, 4 out of our last 6 presidents are left-handed. So there is that as well. Obama's a left-hander. Clinton's a left-hander. Bush is George Bush. H.W. Bush is a left-hander, and Ronald Reagan was left-handed. So there you go. That's maybe if you're left-handed, give you a leg up on becoming a president. Who knows? What else is today? This is National Filet Mignon Day. National Filet Mignon Day celebrates the specialty cut of beef, usually from a steer or a heifer. Filet mignon is a steak taken from the smaller end of the tenderloin of the beef carcass. Filet mignon is the French for cute filet or dainty filet. In French, the filet may be called filet de boeuf, which translates to beef fillet in English. And when found on a French menu, filet mignon may also refer to pork rather than beef. So you might want to keep that. Since the filet mignon comes from the most tender portion of the tenderloin, it's one of the most prized cuts of beef. Therefore, it probably is the most expensive. So this is filet Mignon Day, and I don't know when that got started, but one that other folks can get behind. This is also National Prosecco Day. National Prosecco Day on August 13th represents the time to toast to the remaining days of the summer season. As folks bask in the warmth of the resounding rays of summer, the day encourages folks across the U.S. to embrace life's everyday celebration. Of course, Prosecco is a sparkling wine made with a variety of grapes. One of the oldest is the Giera. Look at Giera. However, Prosecco can also be made from Chardonnay, Pinot Gris, and Pinot Noir. Mainly grown and bottled in Italy, Prosecco's draw is its elegant mousse. In wine speak, the mousse is the lovely, persistent bubbles. So if you're in France, you drink champagne. If you're in Spain, you drink cava. If you are in Italy, by all means, dig into the Prosecco. That's the way to go. So there you go. What do you want to see on television? What's on Wabash today? Baseball. Got a couple ball games on. 3 o'clock this afternoon on ESPN. The Baltimore Orioles take on the Phillies. Jake Arrieta pitching for the Phillies. The Orioles don't know who they're throwing out there yet. 6:15 tonight on Fox, Channel 610. It's the Milwaukee Brewers versus the Chicago Cubs. Pardon me, not Channel 610. This is regular Fox. So you'll be able to see your Cubs on whatever your local Fox station is. This is a national televised game. Brewers are going to send out Brett Anderson. He'll go against Yu Darvish for the Cubs. Triple header in the NBA. The Dallas Mavericks playing it at 3 o'clock on TNT. They'll take on the Suns. And then the San Antonio Spurs versus the Jazz at 5:30. Also on TNT, Channel 633. And they'll end up with the Portland Trailblazers taking on the Brooklyn Nets. Portland facing a win and you're in situation tonight against the Nets at 8 o'clock. Horse racing, America's Day at the Racing. They're going to continue on at Saratoga. That's at 1 o'clock today on Channel 219, Fox Sports 2. And it's game 2 in the NHL. I got 4 games taking place today in the NHL. The Blue Jackets take on the Lightning. They just played to 5 overtimes on Tuesday night, and so they're probably tired. It'll be at 2 o'clock, followed up by the Blackhawks versus the Golden Knights. Carolina takes on Boston, and the Calgary Flames will wrap it up at 9:30 against the Dallas Stars. That is John Spencer. I'm Bruce Dickey. We'll be right back here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey and get to know Mr. Spencer. Back right after this. Do stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on the Wabash Catch TV. John Spencer is here, and John is the Democratic candidate for the 109th District House seat, currently held by Darren Bailey.
Yeah,
and he's running. He's left that seat. Well, hadn't left it yet, but he's leaving that seat to run for the state senate. Was that 55th? 55th. John, great to meet you. I appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for coming in.
Well, thanks for having me.
I like to, whenever I have political folks in here, if you've ever watched the show, ladies and gentlemen, and if you've ever seen me I don't talk a lot of politics on the show.
Yep.
So, I mean, I had the congressman, I had Mr. Shimkus on the show a few months ago, and we hardly talk politics. It was just a lot of fun to chat and get to know the folks.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, a lot of people are going to the polls, and especially in larger elections like the ones coming up this fall, folks are going to the polls and they're voting on people that they don't really know.
Right.
Wouldn't you say?
Right.
If anybody had to ask, tell them who is John Spencer?
Well, I'm a candidate running for office because I want to help people. I want to help everyone in the district to improve their life so that they can have a better life than their parents had, and so that their kids can have a better life than what the parents have had. I want to see improvement in Southern Illinois as well as the state of Illinois. I want everybody to get ahead and be happy.
John, you totally missed the point of my introduction.
Okay.
All right, where are you from? Tell everybody where you're from and your family and all that, and what you did and all that, doing all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Well, I was raised on a farm northeast of Sailor Springs. Went to a 2-room grade school at Sailor Springs.
Uh-huh.
After
The building's still there, isn't
yes,
it?
the building's still there.
Yeah.
And
What do they use that for now?
It's basically
Is it community center?
historical society.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But it's still there. And after got out of grade school, went to high school at Clay City.
Mm-hmm.
After I got out of high school, went to Wabash Valley agribusiness for a year.
Okay. Went over to Mount Carmel, and
Yep.
And you'd had enough of that.
Well, I was going to drop out for 1 quarter and go back winter quarter, but President Nixon had some different plans and sent me a letter that said, "Greetings from your friends and neighbors."
Yeah.
I checked with
Greetings from your friends and neighbors. You're going to St. Louis next week or something.
Yeah. Anyway, I checked with all my friends and neighbors, and they said they didn't have anything to do with it. But
I love it.
anyway, after I got out of the service,
So you went. Oh, well, let's talk about service before we get out of service. You went into the service, the Vietnam era.
right, Vietnam era.
Did you serve? Yeah, so you served. You're a veteran, a Vietnam era veteran, but you did not serve in Vietnam.
No. What happened was I went through AIT for infantry, but had to go to Fort Bliss, Texas for Red Eye Gunner School, which is infrared heat-seeking missiles.
Okay.
And when I got to Germany, they had all of the Red Eye Gunners they needed, so they put me in battalion headquarters. I was assistant battalion mail clerk. The battalion mail clerk was rotating out, and because I was assistant, I made Sergeant E5 in 13 months and became
good grief.
battalion mail clerk.
That's pretty good. You usually, I mean, that's that without being without battlefield commissions or anything like that. That's pretty quick moving up into the the organization.
Yeah, right. I moved up.
Where were you stationed over there?
Bamberg.
Okay. How far is that from like Munich and Berlin? I've been to Ramstein and Spangdahlem over there, but those are Air
real
Force.
close to Nuremberg and Schweinfurt.
Okay. Did you get a chance? What'd you think of Germany?
I liked it.
Yeah.
While I was over there, went to Amsterdam 4 times and took 2 weeks and went through France.
Okay.
And
Do you ever? I didn't ask any of this, but I always wonder for folks who, at such a young age, traveled through Europe, and you're traveling through Germany, 25 years after World War II,
right.
They are still in the course of rebuilding.
Right.
Do some of the impressions? Are there still some impressions left on you from your time spent in Germany and in Europe for a period of time back then? Can you think of any? Or do you know of it?
During my 2 week with a friend of mine, we went to France for 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. We went to this little town and Salzburg, if I'm remembering correctly, and the townspeople would not let us buy a drink, bread, or anything. They took us up to a hill and had one person that could speak English.
Really?
And guy pointed out there and said, we was all up here on this hill. The Germans were coming at us, and we knew we were goners. But from back here,
you could see the Third Army coming.
You could see the Third Army coming, and they saved us.
Wow!
And but they wouldn't let us buy anything, spend $1 or anything in that town.
Oh, that's the thing. The Europeans, it gives you a different perspective, doesn't it? Spending a lot of time like that in another country, doesn't it?
Right. It was a real good experience.
I'm sure it was. I tell you what, we're talking here to John Spencer. He is candidate for the 109th district seat here in this area. We'll be back, talk more with John right after this word. Do stick around.
I'm a bunch of wind, and just like your stomach after that strip mall sushi, I'm a bit unpredictable. Let's redecorate. What's the matter, Tanya? I thought you loved being spontaneous. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, I might break the bank too. So get Allstate.
Mayhem is everywhere, so get an Allstate agent. In Salem, call Brandy Drinkpool.
Get ahead of the game at Carter Athletic Academy, where the goal is to transform you into the best young athlete you can be. Train for top performance in football, volleyball, soccer, baseball, and softball. Professional private lessons and clinics are always available with Carter Athletic Academy's expert training staff. Carter's exclusive Hit Track system brings skill development as well as exciting gameplay to batting cages. Plus, the Academy is the perfect spot for your special event or celebration. The Carter Athletic Academy in Fairfield. Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching. Scheid Diesel Service Company is your anything diesel full service center and fuel injection shop. Scheid Diesel offers the quickest turnaround times to get you back on the road. Scheid Diesel can service any diesel engine from agricultural, construction, heavy-duty truck, and automotive. Let Scheid rebuild your pump, injectors, or turbos. Need custom fuel lines? Scheid has you covered. With a drive-in service, they offer a variety of services including oil changes, engine rebuilds, DOT inspections, and DPF cleanings. For unmatched quality, think Scheid Diesel Service Company. Anything diesel.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I'm talking today with John Spencer. He is the candidate for the state representative at the 109th district. And John, we're getting you back from Germany. You come back after having served, and first thing you got to do, you got to find you a family, make yourself a family, don't you? What'd you do?
Well, after I got back, I went to Only Central College for a year, and then started selling insurance from New York Life.
Okay.
And my father passed away with a heart attack, and I took over the farm and that was back in the 70s.
How old a man was your father when he passed? Do you
62.
Okay. Back in those days, folks passed away a little bit younger, didn't they?
Yes, I did.
Because you're not 62 now.
No, I'm 70.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got back. You decided to take over the family farm.
And that was back in the days before federal crop insurance. Things weren't good. Prices were low. I got out of farming, went into the construction business, and I'm still there.
Are you really?
Yes, I am. I work almost every day.
What what is your specialty? I mean, if you're like you say, you're 70 years old, you're kind of at a place where folks would begin slowing down and getting out of that kind of thing, John.
It seems like the older I get, the busier I get.
Hey, that's good.
And I've seen too many of my friends. I'm retiring. I'm not doing nothing. I'm taking it easy. And now they are taking it easy, 6 foot under.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Once you slow down, the body quits, the brain quits, and you're done, doesn't it? Sometimes
I have no intentions of quitting until I just actually cannot go anymore.
Well, see, now that's what he was. We were talking about this earlier, folks, and he was telling me you do construction for commercial as well as
right.
as residential, and as part of that, I mean, you don't roof anymore. That's a young man's game.
Yeah, roofing and pouring concrete. Don't call me.
Pouring concrete. You would think John, you're just pouring, but there's a lot of shoveling to do with pouring, isn't it?
Right. Now tuck pointing, that's a different area. I'll take on any tuck pointing job.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised though that you're still willing to do drywall, because I mean you're looking at 5/8 sheets of 4x12 or 4.5x12. Those are not light sheets of board.
No, they're not.
You make sure you got somebody good on the other side, don't you?
Yes. I don't do it myself. I have help. I have help putting that drywall, hanging the drywall.
There you go.
Now finishing the drywall, I can handle finishing all of them out.
Tuck pointing. Now you say now is that just like finishing the brickwork? Is that what tuck pointing is?
Tuck pointing is.
Help me here. I've been in the business and I couldn't tell you what tuck pointing means.
Okay. After several years, the mortar starts to deteriorate.
Okay.
And I've got grinders that hook up to a shop vac that collect 99% of the dust.
Of the old.
Right. Of the silica dust. I collect all that dust and it has to be disposed of.
Right.
Then you fill the mortar back in and you let it set for just a few minutes. It all depends on humidity and weather. You strike that off and then you brush it off. In other words, you go around every brick all the way around 4 times.
Really?
And it's time consuming.
Well, it sounds like kind of a meticulous job,
right?
Doesn't it?
It's very, very, very time consuming. But the cost for materials are very, very little.
Yeah.
It's all labor.
Well, it probably makes the how long? I mean, how much does that extend a building's life?
You can retuck point a building that's 100 years old, and it should preserve it for another 100 years.
Is that right?
Yes.
Is there anybody else developing this skill, or is it because when you see a lot of buildings just getting torn down and new buildings done? I guess they're still in larger cities, probably.
Right. In the larger cities, basically historical buildings.
Yeah.
But it is a whole lot cheaper to tuck point than it is to tear down and rebuild.
Well, that makes sense. You probably didn't expect me to ask you about tuck pointing today, did you?
Well, not really. But
I tell you, at what point, when did you begin getting interested in politics?
I've been interested in politics all my life, basically.
You voted for in 68?
Yes, I did.
Okay. See, you're like me. You voted when you turned 18.
Yeah.
You had the first opportunity to vote. Well, that's cool. I'm trying not to ask. Who'd you vote for in '68?
Well, let me put it this way.
It was Mr. Nixon
I was
versus...
raised to be a Republican.
Nixon versus Humphrey.
Yes. I was raised Republican, but when I got that letter that said, "Greetings from your friends and neighbors," and my friends and neighbors said they had nothing to do with it, I have never, ever voted Republican since.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, John. That makes some sense. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to come back. We're going to talk a little bit more with John Spencer. Get to know him some more. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Back right after this. Do stick around. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, "Together, we're going to rebuild." Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Welcome to Zinc Building Center. My dad and Ryan work here. They sell lumber, paint, doors, windows, plumbing, electrical, and much more. Oh yeah, they sell guns too. Zinc Building Center on Route 45 and Louisville. It's a cool place.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Talking here with John Spencer. He is the Democratic candidate for the 109th District here in Southern Illinois. And we're talking, okay, so you started becoming political back in, for all your life, you say, huh?
Yeah, pretty well.
Really? When did you do it in an organized fashion, I guess?
Well,
or did you?
Basically, what happened was back in 1990, precinct committeeman for my precinct decided he didn't want to do it anymore and asked me if I'd replace him, and I said yes, I would. And so I've been a precinct committeeman since 1990 and Clay County Democrat County Chair now for the last 6 years.
Oh, really? So you kind of worked your way up through the system there, and I'm guessing that over the course of those 30 years since 1990, you have been able to meet and greet just about most prominent Democrats that are around, haven't you?
I've met a lot of them.
I'll bet. Do you get it? I've always wondered this. Now, I know politicians, there are a lot of folks, the prevailing line of thought is that they go up to Springfield or they go to Washington, they just sit there and drink with special interests and lobbyists and stuff like that. That's not really true at all, is it?
No.
No, tell me what a day of a professional politician consists of.
Trying to help your people in your district. And if it's not a district issue, it's a state issue. It's time consuming and a lot of work. And there's trade-offs. If something, basically, if Chicago needs something, you help Chicago. And then in return, they will help you. Mm-hmm. You have to work with everyone, both parties.
Yeah.
You have to. Or if you do not work with both parties, your district suffers.
What made you decide to, this is not your first time running for state representative. You ran...
No, this is my first time.
Oh, this is the first time. What made you decide to run? Because there was no Democratic primary. You're the only one...
I was the only one in the primary.
What made you decide to go?
3 people basically talked me into it. One of them was Michael Ferricks, our state treasurer, Susanna Mendoza, our state comptroller, and J.B. Pritzker, our governor.
Oh, really?
Yes. They all said I had good ideas and that I should try to run for office so that those views and ideas could be shared throughout the state.
How often do you talk to these? I mean, these folks are all 3 in state offices now.
Right.
How often do you speak with these folks, or what's the? I mean, was it just they just come up in casual conversation as you were dealing the Uno hand, or what?
Well, before the coronavirus, we'd have meetings in Springfield. There was a state fair.
Yeah.
DuQuoin State Fair.
Yeah.
All of these people were there.
Yeah.
JB hasn't called me but once or twice since he's been governor. But before he was elected, he'd call me at least once a month, and we'd have long conversations.
No kidding.
Yes.
What does J.B. Pritzker talk about?
We talked about everything.
No kidding. Like what? Give me something.
Okay.
Does he like? I have to ask. Does he still like Clay County? I know he's not coming down here on Friday.
I tell you what. He used to like Clay County.
Well, that's what I figure. I mean, he's probably got legitimate gripes right now.
He's got gripes with Clay County, but I will say he does love Southern Illinois. He really, really, really likes Southern Illinois.
What now? What makes you say that? Because I mean, a lot of folks down here, and you've lived down here all your life. I've lived down here all my life. A lot of folks down here would say those, and he's from Chicago. I mean, he's a scion of a wealthy family. A lot of folks down here would think, that guy doesn't give a rat's rear end about what happens south of I-80. What makes you say that?
You can tell by talking to someone if they are feeding you a line or sincere. Mm-hmm. When JB says, I love Southern Illinois, he means it.
Really?
He is concerned about all of the people in the state. He really cares for us. That's one reason why he's done what he's trying to do to protect the people from this coronavirus.
I know that if you have the chance to talk to Mr. Pritzker, to the governor, or to his people or something, people put campaign signs out all the time. Yeah. But what do the Pritzker S signs? Does he know about those? I mean, I'm just wondering if people are getting a message to Mr. Pritzker whenever they put those Pritzker S signs out there.
Well,
Stinks. I'll call it stinks because I'm not going to use it.
He's not too happy about them.
Oh, so he does know about them.
Oh yes, he knows all about them.
Does he really?
Yes, he does. And
are they just a Clay County thing, or are they all over?
They're pretty.
They're all over the place, aren't they?
Yes, they are. You can see them up. I was up Springfield earlier this week, and they're all the way up there.
I'll be doggone. Okay, so you're. I went off on the tangent. So you get the opportunity. You're talking with the Attorney General and with the Treasurer and with Mr. Pritzker, the Governor, and they tell you, we think you've got some good ideas you could run. So did you talk to your family and tell them, I'm thinking about running, or what did you do? You tell me about your family before we get too far.
Well, I've got 3 daughters. My daughter, Michelle, is office manager for Clay Medical Center. Mm-hmm. My other daughter, Bridget, she works at Hella, and they've got a landscaping business and lawn mowing business together.
Okay.
And my other daughter is out in Spokane, Washington. I've got 7 grandchildren. I've got a granddaughter that just got married about a month ago out in Cheyenne, Wyoming.
You didn't get a chance to see it, I guess.
No. He's in the Air Force.
Okay.
And but it did take her out there a couple months ago.
Oh, that's good.
To Cheyenne. But
what'd your family say when you said, "Hey, ladies, I'm thinking about running for state representative"?
I said, "Go for it."
Did they really?
Yes, I did.
Full on, huh?
Yep. And they're supporting me.
Is that right? You couldn't ask for anything more, I guess.
No, but anyway, there's not very many Democrats around, so.
Well, I was going to ask you that, but I'll ask you that now. How? You see the numbers on the registration because right. you get the numbers: register Democrat, register Republican. How does a campaign start with those numbers and try to turn the tide on those numbers?
It's really hard right now that because of the coronavirus, you can't get out and meet with people. Mm-hmm. Social media is about the only way to get the message out. But I have got a message. I've got views to help not only the state in a health care plan, but I've got a plan to create jobs in Southern Illinois and also at the same time help farmers with a third crop option.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, let's do. Let's take our quick final break, and then we'll talk about a little bit of that stuff, and we'll move on down the road. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
That's John Spencer. I'm Bruce Dickey. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. By the way, where do folks find out more information about you? It's on, do you have a website or is it on Facebook or what?
Facebook.
Okay, where would they look?
Elect John Spencer.
Elect John Spencer, there you are. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Be back with John. Wrap things up here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey this morning after these words. Thanks for sticking.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at carnabysquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
When it comes to your banking, you have as many options as colors in the crayon box. That's why you can bank your way at Teutopolis State Bank. What works best for you may be different from what works best for your neighbor. Teutopolis State Bank is built to serve all your banking needs, whether it's online banking, mobile check deposit, text banking, or just stopping in to see them at one of their 3 convenient locations. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender, it's Teutopolis State Bank. Banking made personal since 1913.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Are you tired of searching high and low in those big chain stores to find what you need and deserve some royal treatment? Come to the King, Rural King in Salem. The friendly folks at Rural King will never leave you searching for those hard to find items on your list. Farm, home, sporting, automotive, and clothing. Oh, and did I mention we also have everything else, along with all the quality brands that you deserve. Salem Rural King is a proud retailer of the steel product line. Your searching is over when you know the King, Rural King in Salem.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello, folks. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey, unless you want to. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My guest here is John Spencer. John is the county chairman here in Florida, Democratic county chairman. He's in construction, and also he's running for the 109th district office here in the state of Illinois. And John, I mentioned before we left that I would let you. I always tell the folks that I try to keep these apolitical, and I do it for the most extent. You saw the show,
right?
Usually at the end, I'll let people talk a little bit about what they want to talk about. What if you're running for representative right now? What is the main thought on John Spencer's mind that you could do as representative?
Well, one thing that I know that I've talked to several of the representatives, and I've got an idea on health care, and I know that it works because if it didn't work, I wouldn't be here right now. It's preventive health care. You go to your doctor, and you're on Medicare, Medicaid, you have insurance. There may be something wrong with you, but because these places will not pay for preventative medicine, we need a program for early detection where you can have a CAT scan or an X-ray which would possibly prevent a heart attack,
right?
Catch cancer before it's cancer,
right?
Or at least at stage 1 or 2 before it gets to stage 4. Once that's found, then your Medicare, your Medicaid, your insurance will kick in. But in most instances, it's found too late. I went in for a routine checkup. Doctor ordered a CAT scan and an X-ray, and boy, did things
just zoomed, didn't they?
Zoomed quick. And
how long ago was that? How long have you been cancer? How long have you been a cancer survivor?
11 months. I'm cancer free.
Well, good for you.
But I didn't even know I had cancer, and I was at stage 4 bladder cancer.
Oh wow!
And it came back. I had to go through the treatments twice. But anyway, caught prostate cancer before it was prostate cancer, before it turned into cancer. And so
this is basically just a kind of you were going on a preventive basis yourself, weren't you?
Right. And
not a lot of people do. I mean, probably what percentage of people you think do that? In your district, maybe 30%, 40%?
Probably not that much.
You don't think so?
No. But it's a plan that would more than pay for itself and save several thousand lives throughout the state of Illinois.
But that's kind of more of a national thing, wouldn't it be? Or could the state of Illinois do something like that?
The state of Illinois could do this, and it would be the first of its kind in the nation.
Oh, really?
Yes. And not only, that's my position on health care. I've got a plan to create jobs in southern Illinois with industrial hemp.
Tell me about that one.
Okay. What we need is processing plants.
Because, I'm looking here at the, whoops, not that one. Where's my picture? There it is. There's the picture of your district, the district we're talking about. If you look at that and you look at the weather and the soil types, it's considered ideal for hemp, isn't it?
All of southern Illinois is considered ideal for hemp. This wouldn't just be for the 109th district. It would be for all of southern Illinois. Our corn and soybeans to China are gone. Farmers need an additional crop. Industrial hemp is profitable, very profitable. And it could be a third crop for them and create thousands of jobs. All of our empty factories in southern Illinois could be converted to making products out of industrial hemp. There's over 25,000 different products.
Oh, wow.
You can make a plastic that's 10 times harder than steel. You can make a car engine.
Out of hemp?
Yes, out of industrial hemp.
What do you do if it starts smoking?
It conducts heat a whole lot better than steel.
Oh, really?
It runs cooler.
No kidding.
And anyway, you can make an entire automobile out of industrial hemp. You can even power the automobile.
Does it work like? I've seen fiberglass come together, and I've seen to make a shingle.
Okay.
And I've seen the paper put together to make a shingle. How does hemp come together? I mean, people think of hemp, you think of a rope.
Well, industrial hemp, the plant, you basically, to make your plastics and a lot of your products, you cut the plant down, you let it go through a 6-week what they call rotting stage, lay in the field, and you go in and you pick that up, put it in a big bale, you take it to the processing plant, and then it's broken down, and then it can be turned into plastics, cardboard, paper, paint.
I'll be doggone.
Cotton, fabric, you name it. There's 25,000 different products.
You know, the tricky thing, now granted we're kind of sticking with hemp here, but the tricky thing with that is right now, getting hemp seed is tremendously difficult.
Right. We have to have seed processors, just like they've got for corn and soybeans. This isn't going to happen overnight, but the ball's got to get to rolling.
Yeah. What's give me another one. What's another John Spencer thought process? What would you do as the representative?
In education, one size does not fit all. Both Republican or Democrat are talking about school consolidation. We can't have kids on a school bus for an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. We need to keep our local school districts open, and what we need is unit consolidation versus school consolidation.
Like you mean more of a high school consolidation as opposed to the elementary?
I'm talking elementary and high school.
Yeah, okay.
And another thing, and it's the most important for education right now, is we've got to use the infrastructure bill to get broadband internet and cell phone service towers throughout the district.
We are all for that.
We have to have them every place. Broadband is the most important thing that we have to have for this district.
Why so? Now, I mean, if somebody's out there watching this show today, and they're watching on Wabash TV, or they're watching on YouTube or something like that, why would they think we'd need to concentrate on getting broadband?
We have to. We've got to get in the 21st century.
Yeah.
We can't continue to keep going backwards.
Cities
We've got to progress. Kids cannot remote learn without internet, and there's a possibility they may not be able to go back to school this year for the full year. And there's several places. The majority of the 109th district does not have rural broadband capabilities. A large majority of it, and we have to have that. Agriculture needs it in today's environment.
You know, that's what folks don't realize whenever they see a tractor working out in a field or something like that. They are online usually at the time they're out there, aren't
they? Right. We have to have broadband. Progress will not come, industry will not come without good, reliable, high-speed broadband internet. It's the most important thing for this district.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm all for that. So now in asking you who got you to run for office, or what got you to run for office, you mentioned several names of different current politicians. Who would you look on as influences from the past? Who is the biggest John Spencer influence?
Glenn Pichard, probably.
Really?
He's a very good friend of mine. Glenn Pichard is still active, and
is he living down in Carmine? Where's he living now? Lives down in Carbondale, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's had a lot of influence on me in the past.
You mentioned You mentioned earlier that you would work across the aisle. A lot of folks, a lot of people think that there is no working with the opposite side. At least that's what it seems like the atmosphere is. And how would you combat that atmosphere of partisanship?
Well, I'm in the construction business, and almost 100% of the people I work for and do work for are Republicans.
Well, I guess that's true. In this area.
And if I can work with them, I can cross the aisle. If a Republican comes up with an idea that I like and the Democrats are against, but I like it, I don't care. I'm going to be for it.
Now, wait a second. What about what about the guy who's under indictment? What if he asks you to go ahead and vote one particular way? I don't want to get you in. If you do win, I don't want to get you in Dutch with the guy who's under indictment, because if you do get in Dutch with the guy who's under indictment, you're not going to get jack done, right?
No, right. But anyway,
he's not quite under indictment, right? But he's close. But
anyway, if there's an idea that I like, and I know that would benefit the 109th district, I'm for it.
Well, there you go.
And that's, I want to help the district.
Yeah.
And we need a lot of help down here.
Well, I got to tell you, I tend to agree. I tend to agree that this district could probably use a heck of a lot of help.
We need a tremendous amount of mental health facilities.
I'm not going to let you get going. I'm running out of time.
Okay.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
How do folks get a hold of you?
You can call me at 618-599-9620, or check me on Facebook at Elect John Spencer.
There you go. That's John Spencer. He's the Democratic candidate for the state representative in District 109. John, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming on here today.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me.
And good luck to you. Good luck to you. That's it for Big Talk with Bruce Dickey today. Appreciate you tuning in. We've got Take the Points edition tomorrow. Have a great day. See you soon.